If you're looking to invest a little bit of money into your recording setup, but don't want to clear out your bank account just to get some better recordings, I've got 3 tips on the cheap side that are going to make your audio recording sound better. If you've just started with recording and you've been holding your microphone, you probably have been picking up a lot of handling noise. Microphones are very sensitive pieces of equipment that are designed to pick up sounds, which some of those sounds will happen within handling noise if you're utilizing and holding the microphone. So one cheap investment you can get into when it comes to recording is a mic stand. Microphone stands can be very useful for you, as well as removing that handling noise. It will also free up your hands, so if you need to utilize your equipment while you're trying to record, that gives you the ability to do 2 things at once potentially, can be very, very helpful. Now there's 2 main types of microphone stands you're going to come into. That's a boom stand and a broadcast arm type microphone stand. The benefits of a freestanding boom stand are that they're able to be placed in any location. If you're in an empty room, if you need to have some flexibility about where you want that mic stand to go, you can place those mic stands wherever you need them to be. I've got a mic stand up here right now. A boom stand is what's holding my current microphone as I'm recording this. Very easy, keeps it out of the shot if you're doing video production, extremely useful to have on hand. Price ranges for a boom stand are going to range. You can get some on the cheap for $20. You can invest all the way up to $100 for a pretty decent one, and even far above that if you really want to go all out. But microphone stands, I recommend not getting too cheap because some of the parts can wear out. They might not hold the mic well. Kind of someplace in that middle range between the $45 to $60 range, you can get some really solid microphone stands. They have a really quick and easy free range of motion. So if you need to move them around in and out of your position, you're able to do that very quickly. You'll see them very popularly with streamers, with podcasters, and all the time on radio. That's where they've been used broadly for. Broadcast arms are a bit more expensive to invest in. On the cheap side, you can get some for $50. You can invest all the way up for $200 with some that have more features and more things built into them. Right around that $100 range, there's a lot of really good options you can consider. Microphone stands are very useful, but if you don't have proper microphone technique, it's only going to get you so far. And even with proper microphone technique, a lot of people will run into the harsh consonant sounds. The solution to those is tip number 2, a pop filter. Pop filters are pieces of mesh or metal that go between you and the microphone that help absorb or redirect airflow from some of those harsher sounds that can really be unpleasant when you're recording with them. If you're doing podcasting, voiceover, singing, you definitely want to look into investing into a pop filter. There's cheap options for about $20, which are like a nylon material, which helps kind of absorb. The pop filter that I use is from Stedman. It actually is a piece of metal with the holes milled inside of it at an angle. If you actually try and blow through the pop filter, it actually will redirect the air completely away from the microphone while still getting the whole audio quality sound picked up from the microphone. It's a major positive for not a huge level of investment to get into. So you've got your recordings done and you want to kind of give it a little bit of polish, a little bit of finesse when you're finalizing it. You want to look into plugins. Now I know there are many plugins built inside of the DAW you're already using, but if you're looking into third-party plugins, they can definitely have some huge benefits. Options and features that are not designed already inside of the DAW you're using. Also a big difference is the usability. Some of them are incredibly easy to use, very, very useful. One of the manufacturers that I recommend that just about everything I record runs at least through 1 or 2 pieces of their software is iZotope. 3 iZotope plugins I'd say to look into. Ozone for mastering that finalization of your project. Nectar is going to give you a lot of that compression and EQ and change that you want to make to each vocal track within your recording. And if you've really got some things that need some repair done, RX8 is a great software to look into right now where you can do corrections, repairs. It can remove small pieces of issues that you're having with audio. It's a great tool to look into. Now, there are very expensive versions of these softwares. There's also cheaper versions that you can get started with. I definitely recommend investing a little bit into these essential versions of these plugins, and they'll really have a major benefit in your recording. Well, even if you've invested in all 3 of these, your money bin shouldn't be bare. You should be able to get recording and having better results with what you've been working on. You can walk away very happy with the recording work that you've been able to get done. If you have any questions about the equipment that I just recommended or anything in particular you want to talk about, leave a comment below. I'd love to know your thoughts. I'd love to know your favorite pieces of equipment that you've bought, your secret sauce to how your recordings are getting done. If you got anything good out of this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button so we can keep you up to date with new tips and topics as we come along. This is Matt with Podcast Dictionary, signing off.